Hello, and thank you for coming to Seaside Submarine Tours today. I'm glad you've come in today. I'll just explain to you the tour that we offer. It's a 3-hour tour. It departs just out on the dock over there. If you just look out that window, you can see that beautiful island view. And so there'll be a boat there that'll take you out to the submarine, which is just a couple hundred yards away. And so first what we'll do is you'll get onto the boat, and then it'll take you out to the submarine. The submarine will descend just a slight bit. It is a glass-walled submarine, so except for the engine and other parts, all of it is surrounded, encapsulated in glass. So you will be able to see out from all views. It also has separate capsules, which I will explain to you a little bit later. So you'll start in the main cabin, which is just it's a big room where the guide will stand at the front and they'll point out different things to all of the passengers on there. You'll first go off to the right here through a shallow water, and there's a bit of a reef there, and there's obviously tons of different types of fish, lots of different sea plants growing through there, seaweeds and everything like that, and they're very beautiful. And in the shallow waters you can really see the richness of the colors. And so they'll explain to you the different things going on in that biosphere, and just point out to you all the rich colors and the different fish that are there. And there's quite a bit to learn there, and so it's very beneficial. So you spend about a half hour there, and then we'll next take you further around the island to another reef, and this is a very unique reef. It has some very specific types of life that are only present on this part of the reef. So it is quite an experience. And so a lot of times at this part, they'll point out things to you, but it's also just a time of quiet so people can really take in the wonder and splendor of these very rare creatures. One of those things is a particular type of jellyfish that's only there, and it's actually a purple jellyfish, and it's very beautiful. Of course, we wouldn't want to be swimming out there because they still sting, but they are very beautiful, and you can usually find them swimming in big schools, and they're just lovely as they dance around through the water. And so that is the second part that you'll see. The next part will come around to another reef, and this one is rich with life, lots of schools of fish, lots of also individual larger fish, and lots of colors, and it's a very beautiful, beautiful sight there. And this is actually the point in the tour when we do invite you to go into these different cubicles, which I'll explain now. So the way this submarine is set up is it has the big main body, which will be the main part of the tour, but then it also has these kind of round globe capsules that are surrounded on the outside, and they're all connected together, so you're not going to get wet or anything like that going between. But you go out into these capsules, and they are very, very nicely laid out. There's wonderful, comfortable cushions, but they're put in a circular table that you'll be sitting around because they're kind of globe-like cubicles. And so you'll have a big, very soft cushion, and you actually lean against the side of the cubicle, so you'll be sitting up against the glass, but it is still very comfortable. And then there's a nice oak wood tables, and they are stained with cherry, like a cherry color, and they're very beautiful, and just the utmost of elegance. And it's there that you'll be served your lunch. We do cater to any dietary restrictions, and so yeah, just when you, at the time of booking, do make those known. We do have world-class chefs who cater these lunches, and so you can expect whatever we do have on, it will be spectacular. They do use fresh fruit and obviously fresh caught fish and everything like that. Fresh fruit that's grown on the island, and the vegetables are all grown on the island as well. So they're all very local, very fresh, highest of quality, very delicious. Usually you'll have some sort of salad to start. There's an amazing vinaigrette that goes on that salad. And then there'll be a variety of breads and other things you can choose as a side with the bread. And then there's also for your main, you can usually choose a pasta dish, a fish dish, which is fresh caught fish and very, very high quality, very delicious. You also can get some rare types of fish, but of course we are very ecologically minded and do not overfish any types of fish that are having any issues. And then we also do have steaks and chickens, which are grass raised and free range chickens. Very, very good. And the sauces are amazing, so I highly recommend those. There is a particular mango sauce, and we are in the mango season, so I would highly recommend. There is a filet mignon with mango sauce, and that is amazing, and it comes with a potato side. Very, very good. I would highly recommend. But all of the food is very high class, very amazing, and the service is very great as well. Everything is white glove and to a very high standard. And so while you're being waited on, you'll be sitting in this little cubicle, in your little capsule, just in the sea, and you'll be able to just bask around and swim. Excuse me. Fish will swim past you. You might even get a school swimming past you. I've seen tons of different fish as I'm just eating there. It's a very serene and relaxed environment, and it's just very wonderful. The atmosphere is amazing. And so that's the third stop that we take. And we linger there for quite a while, so you have plenty of time to enjoy the food, also to grab a dessert. The desserts are amazing. I highly, highly recommend the chocolate creme brulee. It is to die for. And you can always request a fresh glass of milk. That's what I love with mine. We also of course have highest grade of coffee and wines to go along with those as well. But yeah, so there'll be plenty of time for dessert. There's no rush at all. There's plenty of time just to enjoy and take in the surroundings there. So after we spend a lot of time in that reef, we'll go around, actually push out a bit into the ocean. And the great experience here is actually getting to experience the topography of the ocean. Now we all think, we are all used to mountains and valleys on the land, but they also exist in the ocean. And so you get to see that. You get to actually go down. They drop the submarine down deep into one of these, and you'll lose a lot of the color, but you don't need the color. It becomes very blue and purple, but you'll just be amazed by what you see down there. Just you have your own kind of Grand Canyon right there, just in the ocean, and you can actually drop down and see all the levels, because it's kind of like taking a helicopter ride through the Grand Canyon, I guess, but it is amazing just to see everything going on there. And you will see a few different creatures as well, and there have been occasions when people see different sharks and things like that, and our submarine is still very safe. You don't have to worry about any of those things, and we can just have the wonder of those things without having to worry about the safety at all. And so yeah, so there will be occasions, I can't guarantee that one, but yeah, there have been occasions when we have sighted sharks pretty frequently, but I can't guarantee that one. But that would be definitely something to behold, and the tour guide, they will point out all the features to you, all the geologic features, and it is just amazing. That's one of my favorite parts of the tour. And so after you go into the deep sea, you'll come back up, and you'll actually come back up on this other side of the island, off to the left, and there's a wonderful reef over there, with a particular species of tiger lily fish, and it's a red and blue tiger lily fish, and it is beautiful, and it is only in this little reef that we actually have ever found it in the world, and so it is something that it's definitely worth looking at. It is just a very beautiful type of fish. And then just on our way back in, the last thing that we like to end with is going past a colony of the sea turtles. And they're always there, and it's very fun just to see them swimming around. And it's usually shallow enough that you can actually see them in their deep green color, as opposed to being a bit muted out if they're a bit deeper down. But yeah, so that's what we usually like to end with the sea turtles, and they'll come back on shore, and the boat will bring you back to the dock, and that'll be the tour. Usually it takes about 3 to 4 hours. We do allow just a little bit of leeway that way, just so that during the lunchtime that everybody can be completely comfortable, because we want nobody to feel rushed and everybody to just be able to take in all the sights. And so yeah, so there will be that. So there's that 3 to 4 hour tour, and they do run once a day. And so we have about 10 spots free for our one for tomorrow. Don't know if you're interested in booking. Yeah, you would like to go ahead and book? Okay, I'll put your names down. So that would be for 4. Okay, and are there any dietary restrictions? Okay, then that's great. Yeah, we'll just put that down. Everything will just be there as per normal, and yeah, just come meet us tomorrow at around 10 o'clock then, okay?